Sabino, and good morning. So I have to give the presentation in English. So in the afternoon, we would have a training course on the online tools. So in the morning, I will briefly introduce what's behind the tools, what's our research, the work, and what's the discoveries and some knowledge about Mongolia, the plateau. So this is my presentation. So first, I will talk about the UN 2030 agenda. It's well known in the 2015, the SDG targets is approved by all the member countries. I think SDG 15.3.1, the land degradation and derogation, is one of the targets of all the SDGs, more than 230 the indicators. And now we face a huge challenge. It's mainly because we don't know where we are. So we can't take the effective measures to how to protect our Earth, how to combat the desertification at the large scale, even to the global scale. This is the question, and this slide shows not till now we even have the 30% of the indicator. We don't have enough the data set to support the progress reporting of this kind of indicators. A lot of the problems about the data linking, we could say the very complex. And for the SDG 15.3 and the land degradation neutrality, I think that just as I said before, it's the one of the indicator. We could say the UNCCD is the casting agency for this indicator for the reporting and the implementation at the global scales. And we could see the progress about the SDG 15.3 the reporting. Until 2019, this indicator could be reported by the more than the half of the total countries in the world. It means 50% of the countries have the ability to report the progress about the land degradation neutrality. And if we take a look at the definition of the land degradation neutrality, we would find it's very complex. It's a state whereby the amount and the quality of the land resources necessary to support ecosystem functions and I think the food security remain stable or the increase within specified temporal and spatial scale. You could see how complex about the definition of the LDN concept. So there's a lot of the challenge of how to report the land degradation neutrality. In the last 6 years, we're working together with the UNEP to release the SDG report on the environment-related SDG indicators. If we take a look at the SDG, that's work. If we take a look at the 15.3 indicator, we could say now we don't have the two comparable data set for the progress reporting. That's the challenge. And also we find the existing assessment have quite different understandings about the status of the land degradation. We could see from the different agencies, the number is there's a big difference from the third quarter to the 40%, and we could see this big different numbers. The question is the lie on the inconsistency in the definitions and the benchmarks. We will see that if the Mongolia and the China report the progress at the same time, but the standard is different between all the countries. I think this is the problem. And the next, I will introduce our center. Our center called the International Research Center of Big Data for the SDGs. It's officially established in the UN General Assembly by our president. So our goals is to provide the high quality the data set for the SDG implementation. And I mainly focus on the SDG 15.3.1. And in the last years, we launched the HESEG, the satellite, in the 2021 in November, which could provide the global, the free access to the dataset satellite data with the thermal and the GLIMO and the multispectral dataset with a wide scale and high resolution at 10 meters. I want to say, as now, more than 100 countries users now use our satellite dataset, and it's all free. I think that you could visit our website to check if you want to use the dataset. And this slide shows how our satellite could be used to monitor the desertification. We could see the sandy land in the North China, in the Inner Mongolia. In the HESEG Sat-1, the satellite, you could see very obviously the characteristic of the thermal reflections. I think that's like the Neil, my colleague said before. The thermal data would be very useful for desertification monitoring. So we could use this data to quick map the various deserts. How about the deserts, the invasion or the retreat? And this is our data sharing the platform. It's a big database, and it's all the free for the users. And this is our big data platform. In fact, when we try to produce the dataset, we need the storage, the calculation, the capacity, and the professional measures. So we have the basic infrastructure code that guarantee all the resources you need could be processed by the one platform, by our CBAS platform. And this the reports of each year we released by the Chinese government on the UN General Assembly. We just released the 2025 report 2 days ago, I think. It would reflect how we use the big data to support the HESEG indicator monitoring, implementation, and for the decision making. And later I will introduce some of the case studies of our work on how carry out the desertification monitoring and develop some of the tools. So firstly, we carry out the global land degradation neutrality tracking based on the open satellite datasets. We use the land cover, the land productivity dynamic, and the soil carbon data. And now we monitor the global land degradation neutrality from 2015 to 2022 now. And this is the monitoring of the global mountain green cover, the index monitoring. It reflects how about the mountain areas we protect. It reflects the greenness or the vegetation increase or the decrease in the different the regions. And this slide shows we try to provide some high quality products compared to the default dataset provided by the UNCCD. And we work closely with the UNCCD and the DOROYTOL. And this is the global land productivity dynamic products. I think my colleagues earlier mentioned about the global target setting. The UNCCD would give the default data set as the special resolution of 1 kilometers. We improve the special resolution to 30 meters at the global scale. So now this data set could be used in the next round of the national reporting of the UNCCD about the land degradation neutrality. And this slide shows how we use our thermal data set to develop index relative normalized silica index to monitor the desertification. We could see this is the advantage of our measures compared to the other measures. And this is the map of the Mosul Sandland in China based on our measures and our satellite data. And also we carry out some of the works on the Mongolia plateau about this is the land cover mapping in the Mongolia the plateau. We mapped the fine classified the land cover data sets from the different periods of the Mongolia plateau, including the Inner Mongolia and the Mongolia. And this is the land degradation assessment from the 1990 to the 2020. It reflects how the land degradation, the change in the past, I think the 30 years, it would be used to guide the policy to how to combat the desertifications. And this slide showed we monitor the sandstorm in the Mongolia plateau during the 2000 to the 2021. It's a very important topic in this region, I think, because we are linking together. So we find some of the hotspots and some of the degrading the trends in the past years. So it would support us to take the effective strategies to combat the sandstorm in the future. And so, thank you. I will stop here.